Well, hello to all my Facebook friends. We're back, and we're back with a vengeance. And I think we owe it to you to tell you what has happened during the last week. As you know, I went offline for a week, but we kept our business page, which is actually linked with Charles's account. So we could watch the people who were leaving comments, but had no understanding that we had actually gone offline. My Facebook was taken down completely. Now it's up again. And if you remember, the reason why we did this was that just prior to going offline, we started to have a spate of unpleasant emails. Now, the common denominator was this. They were all on Facebook, nothing on Instagram. They all came from England. And they appeared to be related to people in the horse world, but not completely. And by going offline in the way that we did, I was hoping that we could break the chain of posts going round and round and round and attracting more people. And of course, the unpleasant posts were that we were in some way not treating the horses in a humane way, or we didn't know what we were doing, and secondly that we ill-treated Jasper. You know about that. So I want you to just think this through with me. If you remember, during the pandemic, when we took Kalesh horses in here for care and treatment and they were returned to their owners, we forged a very good relationship with a lot of the Kalesh owners, and we still enjoy that relationship. And then a significant fact was when we, under contract, paid and took 2 Kalesh horses which were in the most dreadful, appalling state of starvation, pulling a Kalesh, in Marrakesh, and we call them Laurel and Hardy. Now, we were told by so many experts, and I'm not going to name those experts, but it was a sort of understanding generally in Morocco that Kalesh horses, once they had finished their working lives, really couldn't be retired. They would fight, that they were full of angst, all these reasons, and inevitably they were slaughtered, and that I would never be able to keep 2 Kalesh horses in retirement. Next point. The horses we took, although they were starving, were quite young. 2, people were quite correct that once they regained their health, they fought. They fought after we gelded them. So we worked with them. We took advice. We took advice from people who were experts in the field of liberty training. And do you know, we succeeded. We have shown, and I'm sorry if people don't like it, but we have shown that you can take Kalesh horses who've led their whole lives tramping the streets of Marrakesh in pretty awful conditions now and again, that they can have another life. I don't think some people really like that. 2 things happened. There were people in the horse world who have far more experience and expertise than we have, who've been working with horses all their lives. And there are those that really, I suppose, quite resent what they see as us being quite successful as a charity. So if I deal with the people in the horse world first, those people must remember that, and I'm going to use Ayub as an example. Ayub, who works with us, was an incredibly skilled horseman. He rode in the Fantasia. He could handle stallions in circumstances that I don't think many people in the UK could. He no longer does that work because he's now much more interested in working with kindness and compassion. And somehow we have to get that message out, and we will do. Those of us that think that, we seem to be quite successful as a charity should actually look at the facts. We've kept going during the pandemic, and we've kept going because of people like you who support us. And I've said 1,000 times, I don't come on here begging for money. We're getting bigger every day, and during the weeks, I'll call it our lockdown, during our lockdown, we were still taking donkeys, lots of them, and we have some more mules, and I will post about those shortly. If we are, I don't know what success in charity terms is, but if we are successful, and I've spoken to a couple of journalists recently, I think it's because we're logical. If there is a need, we try to meet it. We try to abide by regulations and the law, so therefore we register. We know that people won't send money to Morocco easily, so we have a charity in the UK. And because we do that, we're able to have platforms that can offer monthly payments. If you do that, if you apply to have a proper scheme with PayPal or with DonorBox or other similar platforms, they will ask you for your credentials, and they want European, English or American credentials. We have to give the identity of our trustees, send their passports, etc., etc. And then we can apply for grants, and we can apply for we can receive monthly payments. And that sort of logic, it helps. It's no more than that. It's just about being logical. We have an amazing team. I don't need to repeat that. But this is what we have found out. I've already mentioned the unfortunate posts were coming from England. Nothing from America, nothing from Europe, where a lot of our followers are. They were all from the UK. And we tried to answer every single adverse comment. And because of that, individuals were able to engage in a dialogue and discovered that those people had been sent a photograph or a post that we'd put on and asked to comment in an adverse way, implying that we weren't doing our job properly. And you know what Facebook is like. You know, you plant a little acorn, it grows a great big oak tree. And I had to cut that oak tree down. Not that I'm into cutting oak trees down, but I hope you know what I mean. But we were able to get back to the original post that was sent out to people. And we were able to get an IP address as to where that post came from. So I know where it's come from. I know who you are. And I'm not going to publicly name and shame you because it won't help. I'll just create another debate. And I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to say is, don't take me on. If I speak on Facebook or social media, I will tell the truth. So therefore, if you want to challenge me, I have the truth to fall back on. Don't take me for a fool, because I will find out what you're up to. And we don't play dirty tricks here at Georgia. We don't message people and ask them to adversely comment on other charities or the like. If we do that, we do it ourselves, straight up, so everyone can see it. So I hope I've broken the cycle. I did get a post, just a few minutes ago on Facebook, and it was an old post of ours, and the comment was, "Oh, Jesus, stop feeding these dogs." So I've replied in full, and I would ask those of you that if you do see posts like that or messages like that, perhaps you'd respond as well. Otherwise, we are ready to forge ahead. As I've said, we're pretty full at the moment. We've built more stables and they're filling up quickly. But we've had long discussions this week, and we have taken this decision that we have tried to do the right thing. And I think on one level that has been successful. So I'm not going to shut our gates and say, no, we can't have any more donkeys or we can't have any more mules. We will just expand. We have meetings lined up, I hope, with people that matter in administrative and government level. And I'm not looking for financial support from the Moroccan government. I think I've said this before. They can't do that. I understand that. But I think that we need to be recognised for the work we do, because the work we do is primarily good for the animals that we take in. It's very good for the people we employ and the people who offer services to us. And thirdly, it's very good for Morocco. Morocco should be proud of its heritage, proud of the fact that it was built on the lives of working animals, and that we are prepared together to offer a good life for those that can no longer work. So yes, I am back. I was hoping to have the boys with me, but they're busy doing something else and they've rushed down to Marrakesh to collect yet another thing. But the staff here, as ever, are being amazing. I'll put some posts on about our new animals. I think we had a few donkeys this week, but I'll certainly do the 2 mules that we took in today. Instagram has kept going, and I can't speak highly enough of our Instagram supporters. It's a very, very good social medium. And for all of you out there who are supporting us, for all of you who are doing the right thing for animals, we can say no more than thank you again and again and again. So we'll speak again soon. Bye for now.